Alright, so I need to get a studio. This shooting from the hip, shooting video from, you know, various accommodations that aren't that striking. Uh, not a good policy. Um, so I'm making this video. I'm just gonna do it as a progression type deal. It's October 1st, 2019. I'm going to work on this situation. I think if I make videos, I'll hold myself accountable to the improvement of my presentations, because I'm one of those working stiffs, you know. And often I get home and I'm just barely able to function. So I have a little vacation time I'm on right now, and it's allowed me to assess my trajectory, and it's not looking too hot. Um, but that's okay, because if you look at any vlogger or whatever, you see kind of a evolution of strategy, I guess, and sometimes it's a devolution. So at any rate, it's true about what they say. Your most interesting videos are often the videos you have no interest in yourself, and I am no stranger to that. So what will I do? Well, I'm just gonna make a bunch of videos the way I would want to do them, and most of them are gonna flop, popularity wise, and some are gonna be the the types that just take off. It's a, if you don't understand why things are, look at the numbers, and that can be somewhat of a handle on what the conditions are that create the scenario you're after. And in my case, if I make a lot of videos, a tiny fraction of those will take off, and the ones that don't. So what am I gonna make this video on? I'm just generally talking to the camera. I have this really old laptop, a Sony Vaio, and it finally died. Um, Specifically the video card, and it was really sad. I had bought that overseas at the PX for quite a bit of money. I think about around $1,200, $1,300. This was 2008. Had a lot of hours on that particular device. Well, what did I do? Well, I found a similar device. It was a later model for less than $100, and swapped out the hard drive, and it worked. I had to reconfirm my Windows license and my Microsoft Word license, but it worked, and here I am. But I don't know how much longer I can get away doing that. So I really don't know what I'm going to be doing when the hardware and the software that I am so accustomed to use becomes so out of date and or loses its reliability due to age and wear and tear. Transitioning to a new system is really tough. It really is. I can tell you that I'm tempted to get a 4K camera. knowing that in time we're going to have 8K or something thereof. Every time you buy technology, you have the buyer's remorse that it's not going to be uh, the latest and greatest inevitably. So you buy something at a certain price, and then you find out that you really overpaid um, down the line. So what am I doing? Well, I'm able to speak, okay? I know the resolution on this video. It's listed as 640 by 480 VGA. This is potato camera quality, but the audio should be really good. And streaming it over a device, it should be a lot easier for that device to handle the bandwidth, since it's minuscule compared to a full resolution video. So I don't know. It's sort of exposition. Don't rub your eye when you're trying to talk. Apparently, there's a loose connection. If you do that, you won't be able to say certain words. That's my advice. Exploratory situation where, you know, I'm using my old hardware to make a video, or just seeing the reaction to it. My strategies, you know, admittedly, I wanted to do perennial subjects. You know, just look at the metabolism of the average person. You know, they're hungry, they're thirsty, they're tired. You know, they're bored. You know, so if you do perennial subjects on things people want to consume, you're always going to stay relevant so long as they're always consuming. So that explains a lot of my videos, why some of them taken off. And then it also explains why some of them haven't. Because some of the topics I've covered is so arcane that only a specialist who also was proficient with social media and especially YouTube and whatnot, and had the time and the wherewithal to check it out. See, the more specific you get, the less popular you can be. It's just people are great generalists, and specificity creates a bottleneck of interest, and so I've run into that issue. So the general idea of having a perennial situation where I cover different things, and perennial means it's evergreen, right? It's going to always stay relevant. It's sort of a flora term, plant term. I had the funniest little snippet of a remark. I was watching this other video. Someone was arguing over, you know, the pronunciation of a certain word, and the speaker is a native Englishman, and he said, "Of course, what I say is the correct vernacular. We invented English." The troll or whatever was saying that you Australians use English in the weirdest ways, and the response to that was, "I'm English. We invented English." So yeah, you know, as I've written things, and you see the Queen's English spelling, and then the American way, and life is interesting. It really is. Everything's interesting. Until you've seen it so many times, you lose interest. But then you might forget, and then it becomes interesting again. You know, it's a cycle thing. So, yeah, I've been rambling. There's some kind of like magical 10-minute mark or whatever you try to achieve. the escalation between what is popular, how to do videos, and what is impopular. Impopular, is that a word? I am popular, impopular, isn't improper, but impopular. The the action and reaction to all that has created quite the dichotomy as far as how we're supposed to put videos together. But at any rate, I hit the 10-minute mark. We're going to see how this rolls. And a reminder to self, work on getting a little bit of a studio going, because shooting from over a 10-year-old laptop that has a donor drive from a failed laptop, because I can't seem to bring myself to improve my photo and telejournalism equipment, it renders what you see, you know. And how this flies is is experimental, and it's also judgmental, and um, we'll see how it goes. So, other than that, thanks for watching. Appreciate your participation, and shoot, if you were just listening to this, I've done that myself. Sometimes I can't watch a video. I'm in the middle of something, so I'll just listen to the video. So anyway, thanks for listening, and keep safe.